go again with the Suffolk County Council elections due to take place on the 2nd of May this year. And Felixstowe North and Trimley, which doesn't actually include Walton, although nobody seems to understand why they've left that name out, is challenged the council. I'll get it right in a minute. The council vacancy there is being challenged by 3 people. One for the Labour Party, David Rowe, who I've got here this morning, and 2 others, John Goodwin, who's the incumbent representing the Conservatives, and Michael Nimmy, Liberal Democrats. David, thanks very much for coming.
Thank you.
I'll try and wake up as we get going. But you were part of the council a few years ago, and were in fact deputy leader for a while.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, back in the mid-2000s, we were with Labour and the Liberal Democrats, held the county council, and I was on the council and deputy leader of the council.
So you think that's going to happen again?
I'm not sure I'll get to be deputy leader again, but I certainly would like to be a councillor again.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
Well, the Labour Party have got a number of things that they want to do. First of all, they want to oppose the cuts that the Conservatives have made to the council services. We also want to oppose privatisation of those services because we don't believe that's the best way to provide them. And also we are going to bring back concessionary fares for young people and old people. At the moment you can't, if you're an old person, go on buses before 9:30, you want to bring that back.
That's very frustrating, that is, as an old person, I have to say.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere.
No. Well, loads of people are telling me that they've got hospital appointments and they just can't get to them on the bus if they're first thing in the morning because they have to pay on the bus.
And what I notice is without us old fogies on the bus, the transport company would collapse.
I suspect that's the case. I mean, they are relying on people with bus passes. The bus numbers, people on the buses have gone up enormously. People love using them. It's good for the environment because there's cars on the road and it gets people out and about. It also helps young people who want to get to college. We need to bring back concessionary fares to them so they can get to college.
Yes, we certainly do. So that's an important issue that we need to address, although of course that's a national issue.
No, the county council themselves can actually bring that in. They can work with the bus companies to actually deliver that service. So it is a national issue, but we can do it locally.
Right, good. That clears that one up. So there, sorry to... I'm very unprofessional this morning. It's a Saturday, I suppose. That's what does it, isn't it? We are seeing increasing privatisation. Suffolk County Council got a commercial company that they're creating, which effectively is going to take over a lot of the council's services. My worry with that is how do we check on them? How will they be accountable? Will they be saying, oh, I'm sorry, that's commercial information?
I mean, this started under the previous Conservative leader of the county council and they called it divestment. Everyone complained and jumped up and down, and so they got rid of that leader and brought a new chief executive in, but the policy hasn't changed. They've just changed the presentation. Right. They now do it nicely rather than in the way they did it before. We are opposed to the privatisation of services, and I particularly am. And we are opposed for a number of reasons. First of all, the companies who they set up are going to need to make certain elements of profit, and the duty is to the directors of the companies to have a duty to the company, not to the public. And therefore we believe democratic accountability of those services goes. We also believe it's very difficult if private companies go bust, and we've seen private companies go bust who have provided public services, and the public sector have to pick that service up. And it's not fair on the taxpayer. Why should the private sector be able to pick and choose which contracts they run, and we get the ones that are most difficult?
And I suppose that's difficult with the sort of services that the council provide, care homes and social support of various sorts. Suddenly, they're also talking about privatising the fire brigade, I'm told.
Yes, the national government are talking about privatising the fire brigade, and I can see that being a creep very slowly. First of all, they'll privatise something like the call centres and the control centres, and then very slowly the fire brigade itself will be.
We could go back.
Utterly opposed to that.
We could go back to having plates on the outside of our house, so the insurance company knows whether you paid your fee or not.
Well, this is the worst, to be honest, this is the worst type of sort of conservative policy. This is where you see them want to privatise everything. They're privatising everything because they believe the private sector are the way to go. And the Labour Party, there is a difference between the parties because the Labour Party believe essential services should be public.
Right. So that's another major issue,
It's
really.
a very big issue.
The other question that I keep raising in my mind is just how much influence does the council have these days? We've got a cabinet style of government, what we would have, presumably.
Yes.
And the cabinet leader, or at least the members of the cabinet, have got virtually absolute power, haven't they?
Well, they have power collectively, although what happens is there is a scrutiny function and the councillors who aren't on the cabinet can call things in, they can scrutinise those things, they can ask for things to be looked at again, and with the media now being so more accessible, with newspapers, your station, TV stations, all doing things, the public are very often the people that make the county council stop and think. You remember they were going to cut all crossing patrols outside schools some years ago. The public complained, they made a big outcry, and as a result they decided they wouldn't do it.
Well, there you are,
It's
member.
the public that make the difference.
There you are, member of the public. Make sure that you tell your local councillor and make a big fuss about anything that concerns you. I think we need much more public involvement in the machinations of our local government. And I wonder whether we should have get away from this party political bias that we've got. We've got three major parties. Are they effective at local level?
Well, you do need some sort of party structure. If you had 80 independent councillors or however many on the council, it would be absolute chaos because there'd never be any policies to probably agree.
Worked very well in Greece for many a year.
Yeah, it's already done before it. However, I mean, I believe in what the Labour Party stands for, and therefore that's why I stand for the Labour Party. But I've represented, and I've always done this, represented all people who in my division. So even if someone comes to me with something I don't agree with, I will go on to the council meeting and I will report that somebody's raised the issue. I may not support it myself, but you are their voice at the council.
But given that we've had a monopoly of one party controlling for most of the last century our local government, shouldn't you perhaps play it a bit more politically and do a little deal with perhaps the Liberal Democrats or something like that?
Well, the Labour Party did do a little deal, I suppose is what you call it, when we held the county council before. However, the Liberal Democrats have decided that their allegiance is with the Tory party nowadays, and I'm afraid if you vote Liberal Democrat, you're really voting for the Tories to get in, and therefore I suspect it would be extremely unlikely that the Labour Party would want to do a deal with the Liberal Democrats. We believe that people are coming around to our viewpoint, they're seeing we're making sense, and we believe if not this election, next election, we can win the county council.
Yeah, we do have a difficulty in people taking on the national perspective and not looking locally enough, do you think?
Well, we do, but you can't disown yourself from the national party. If you're standing for a political party, the ethos of that political party goes right through it from the top to the bottom. And therefore, if you find at the top, just as the Tories want to privatise everything nationally, they want to privatise everything locally. The ethos is the same, the people are the same.
Yes, I agree with that. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, the only other thing we're very concerned about is education. Suffolk has performed very poorly in education in the last few years. We believe that's partly because the county council have cut so much support to schools in terms of advisory teachers and other support that they used to offer, and also the setting up of all these academies, separate companies again, many of them private companies, means that this whole structure is becoming dysfunctional. And we believe we would want to put our children first and improve education.
This when you talk about lack of centralised control, in a sense, in that the party system enables you to have some sort of structure, and yet what's happening is that we're taking all that away, aren't we, by privatising everything.
Yeah.
we have no way in which we can point the finger of blame.
I mean, all the idea of schools, the free school idea, which was to get parents involved more in schools and letting them set up, hasn't materialised. What's actually ended up happening is a number of big national companies have simply taken on the majority of the schools because they've seen an opportunity. And so it's important that we have genuine community involvement, not actually opening the door for big private companies to make profit from public services.
Well, we shall have to wait and see. As it stands at the moment, Felixstowe Academy here locally is getting a very poor report from Ofsted. They've got to pull their finger out, apparently, we're told. We will see what will happen, and perhaps Suffolk generally has not had a good response from Ofsted. Their standard of education is falling in this county, whereas in the past it's been recognised as one of the best. So there's something going on, and we need to be aware of that, I suppose. But so there's education, social welfare. We're going to presumably not have any care homes or anything like that.
We've already lost the majority of care homes, and other things are going out to privatisation. We want to stop that. We want to scrutinise that, and even if we're not in power at the county council, we want to ensure that the companies that are taking these care homes and other services on are financially viable, and are those who we would want to be looking after our elderly people. And many of them are many big national companies that actually care more about profit than they do about people.
Right, shall we leave it there?
Yes.
Thank you very much, David Rowe,
Thank you.
Labour candidate for Felixstowe North and the Trimleys, and at the election on Thursday, the 2nd of May. Do vote. Do go along and make a gesture. It's the only piece of democracy you've got left.